Hi, welcome back to Learning Mathematics with me. Today, we're going to discuss how to solve for the volume, lateral area, and total area of the first term of a right circular cone and a right pyramid. First, we will define the first term of a right pyramid and its properties, and then solve for the volume, lateral area, and surface area of the first term. First, let us discuss the first term of a right pyramid. The first term of a pyramid is the lower part of the pyramid whose top is cut off by a plane parallel to its base. So we see here in our illustration, we have a plane parallel to the base cutting our square pyramid. We take off the top, and what is left will be the first term. Here are the different properties of the first term of a right pyramid. First, the bases are all similar polygons, while their lateral faces are trapezoids. In regular pyramids, the lateral faces are all congruent isosceles trapezoids. The slant height of a first term of a regular pyramid is the altitude of the trapezoid, which is the lateral face. And the altitude of the first term of a right pyramid is a distance perpendicular to the center of the two bases. So for this lesson, we're only going to focus on the first term of regular pyramids, specifically square pyramids. Here is the formula in solving for the volume, lateral area, and total area for any regular pyramid. And we have here a specific formula for solving for the volume, lateral area, and total area of a square pyramid. Here, the big E stands for the edge or the side of the bigger base. The small e stands for the edge or the side of the smaller base. S is slant height, and h is the height or altitude of the pyramid. If slant height or height is not given, we use the following formula. Take note that in some cases, slant height S is sometimes labeled using other variables. In our illustration, they use A to label the measure or the slant height. Now let us discuss some examples. First, we have here a frustum of a square pyramid. Let us first identify our given. So here we see that this is the bigger base, while this is the smaller base. So from what we see, big E or measure of the bigger base is equal to 8 meters. And small e or the edge of the smaller base is 4 meters. And our height is equal to 3 meters. However, we're not given the value for the slant height. So again, to solve for the slant height, we have the square root of big E plus small e all over 2 squared plus height squared. Substituting our given to find the slant height, we get square root of 8 plus 4 all over 2 squared plus 3 squared. You may further simplify this, but if you use your calculator, you get the value 3.61 meters, when rounded off to 2 decimal places. So now we have the measure of our slant height. We can now solve for the volume, lateral area, and total area. So for volume, we have the formula. Again, that is height times big E squared plus small e squared plus big E times small e, all over 3. Substituting our given information, we get 3 times 8 squared plus 4 squared plus 8 times 4, all over 3. So if you want, you may further simplify this, or you can go directly to the answer. Volume is now equal to 112 meters cubed. Next, for our lateral area, we have the formula 2s times big E plus small e. So substituting, we get 2 times a slant height of 3.61 times 8 plus 4. Solving this, we get a lateral area of 86.64 meter squared. Then, for our total area, we have lateral area plus big E squared plus small e squared. So we get 86.64 plus 8 squared plus 4 squared. Hence, we get 166.64 meter squared. Therefore, our slant height is 3.61 meters. The volume is 112 cubic meters. Lateral area is 86.64 meters squared. And total area is 166.64 meters squared. Let's continue with the next example. Again, we always have to start with identifying which one is the bigger base and which one is the smaller base. So again, for this example, our smaller base is this. Our bigger base is this. Hence, we have our given big E is 8 units. Small e is 4 units. And our height or altitude is 7 units. Let us now solve. Again, there is no given slant height, so we solve. Slant height is equal to the square root of big E minus small e over 2 squared plus height squared. That is square root of 8 minus 4 over 2 squared plus 7 squared. You may further simplify this. 8 minus 4 is 4, divided by 2 is 2. That's 2 squared plus 7 squared, and then you get the square root. So slant height is equal to 7.28 units. That is when simplified to 2 decimal places. Now let us solve for the volume. So volume is height times big E squared plus small e squared plus big E times small e all over 3. So here we get 7 times 8 squared plus 4 squared plus 8 times 4 all over 3. Again, you may simplify this further, or you may solve this directly in your calculator, and you will get 261.33 units cubed, or cubic units. Then, for our lateral area, we have 2s times big E plus small e. That is now 2 times 7.28 times 8 plus 4. So, for our lateral area, we get 174.72 square units. Then, for our total area, we have lateral area plus edge of the bigger base squared plus edge of the smaller base squared. So we have 174.72 plus 8 squared plus 4 squared. For our total area, we get 254.72 square units. Again, for this example, slant height is 7.28 units, volume is 261.33 cubic units, lateral area is 174.72 square units, and total area is 254.72 square units. Now, for the next example, I want you to try this on your own. Solve for the volume, lateral area, and total area. Now, let's proceed to another example. Again, we always start with identifying our given. Let's identify which one is the bigger base and which one is the smaller base. So, smaller base is here on top, and bigger base here at the bottom. This would mean that edge of the bigger base is 10 centimeters, edge of the smaller base is 6 centimeters. And 8 centimeters here actually stands for the slant height and not the height. Now this time, we don't have the value for the height. So we have to solve this first. So let's try to solve height. That is equal to square root of s squared minus edge of the bigger base minus edge of the smaller base over 2 squared. So this time, we get square root of 8 squared minus 10 minus 6 over 2 squared. Now we may simplify this further by 10 minus 6, that is 4 over 2, this is 2 squared. So this is actually 8 squared minus 2 squared. Now to simplify this further, height is equal to 7.75 centimeters when rounded off to 2 decimal places. Now that we have the value for our height, we can now solve for the volume, lateral area, and total area of the first term of this pyramid. So volume is equal to height times big E squared plus small e squared plus big E times small e all over 3. This is now 7.75 times 10 squared plus 6 squared plus 10 times 6 all over 3. Now, simplifying this, we get 506.33 centimeters cubed or cubic centimeters. For our lateral area, we get 2 times S times big E plus small e. Substituting, we get 2 times slant height of 8 times 10 plus 6. So here, we get 256 centimeter squared. And for our total area, we have lateral area plus square of the bigger edge plus square of the smaller edge. So we have 256 plus 10 squared plus 6 squared. So here we get 392 centimeters squared. Now for this example, height is 7.75 centimeters. Volume is 506.33 cubic centimeters. Lateral area is 256 square centimeters and total area is 392 square centimeters. Now, it's your turn to solve for a similar example. So solve this one. And for additional exercises, you may also solve the following problems. That's it for today. I hope you learned a lot. And I'll see you in the continuation of this lesson. That is solving for the volume, lateral area, and total area of the frustum of a cone. See you!